What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. It's episode number 41. Let's try and cheer ourselves up here and have a bit of a better episode today. Yeah, out of the FA Cup by Brighton after our defeat to them in the last game, in the last episode today. More games in the Premier League, where to be fair, we're only 7 points off the top 4 right now on the back of our big win in our latest league game. And we might have both legs of our Champions League last 16 side today, but we'll certainly see the draw. So let's kick off a big game today, massive game to a repeated Europa League final like we just saw in real life. Spurs, who are right next to us in the table, only above us on goal difference. Both teams looking for a late run for Champions League football, and 3 points here for either side would be priceless. Spurs, our first game today. Yeah, I was not in a good mood yesterday, was I? Sorry about that, guys. It was a tough one for me. It really was. And considering what happened in the episode itself, I think you can probably forgive me for letting my emotions get the better of me, but even so, it was a tough one, man. And like I said during the episode, man, that's the problem with me. Yeah, YouTube is all about enjoyment, you know. And I said it, he's onside, Kubo's inside his own half when the ball's played through. Van der Ven goes to ground, Kubo takes his time, 1-0 Manchester United, perfectly played. But, you know, I do YouTube because I enjoy it. I do YouTube because I love it, you know. I said before, it's not my full-time job anymore, so it's my passion project on the side, you know. When you've had a long day from work and you want to get stuck into that, when everything falls apart, it just frustrates you no end. But even so, hopefully today we'll pick things up and be in a much better mood. If we can win this game to start off with, that'll go a long way to helping. So what's the best we can do now this season? Like, we're out of the FA Cup. That was the thing we were kind of hedging our bets on, you know. Tank the league, but, you know, win the FA Cup, get back in Europe for next season. Eddie's going to get away from Bassi there. Go on, Anderson. Yes! Win the FA Cup, retain it, back-to-back major honours, and, you know, maybe get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. That's gone now. We can't win the FA Cup again. So what's the best we can do from here on out? I would say, because again, we're 7 points behind Liverpool heading into the games. So it's not over yet. Plenty of football still to be played. I would say sneak into the top 4, and maybe at the very best, if we're lucky, kind draws in Europe, reach the final 4 of the Champions League. That might be the best we can hope for. But it would be a nice way to end the season. Maybe trophyless, but staying in the Champions League and having a good run in this year's European competition too. That's what I'm going for now. That's what I'm aiming for coming the end of the season, if we can pull it off. I don't think it'll be enough for me to keep my job though, because, I mean, the FA Cup's now going to be seen as a catastrophic failure by the board. My manager rating's already dropped quite some way. And then for the Premier League, don't forget we've been asked to win that as well. Not top 4, but win that, which isn't going to happen now. I mean, we're 7 points off Liverpool in 4th. We're a long way off top spot. And for the Champions League, again, it's reached a final. We're not going to do that, let's be honest. So we'd still fail all 3 objectives. So it'll be a nice conclusion to the season, but I think I'd still be sacked. Yeah, if we bottle this from 2 goals up, that is going to sum the season up, man. It's been that kind of campaign where once again, any good thing that's happened has just been papering over the cracks. Bellingham does well there. And Udogie and Hato will do even better. If I can get down the line of Susak. Oh, there we go. That's brilliantly played. That's brilliantly played. Good defending by Van der Ven. Better dribbling from Udogie. Clean finish as he scores his, I think, first goal in the save. And of course, fitting it comes against his former team. 15 to play. That should do it. Back to winning ways. And to be fair, 3 wins in 4. Yes, I'm not going to say we're back because we're an awful long way off of that. However, great work from Bear. If we are back to winning ways, 5 to play. This has been our best performance in a very, very long time. 3 wins in 4 in all competitions. Our problems defensively continue, but listen, man, based on how we've been performing recently, I'll take any kind of win we can get, especially a convincing one as well. 4-1, game over, massive win between 2 teams battling for Champions League football. And again, I'm not going to say we're back, but we're certainly starting to get some confidence back. And I think the draw for the last 16 is this week as well, I believe. Or is it the following week? It might be the following week, actually. No, it must be this week, because all the ties have been played. So who have we got? Who have we got in the last 16 of the... oh, there... Oh, no. No! Of all the teams we could have faced, I would say it's probably the second toughest it could have been. Second, third, Hey, listen, on one night, they might be considered the toughest. Our former captain returning, Serie A champions, finalists in real life, Inter Milan first leg of the San Siro. Well, I was thinking maybe if we keep this good form up, we might be able to take out whoever we face and get to the quarterfinals. Possibly a nice run in Europe. I don't think so now. Right, following game, but let's try and keep our focus going on domestic football for now and try and get ourselves back in contention for a top 4 place, where today a win here at Villa Park could possibly put us in the top 4 that we would need a big goal difference swing. Aston Villa away at Villa Park, our following game. We just can't catch a break. This is one tough old season, man. I'm telling you. Just when you think we're finding some light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, Sancho, brilliant finish. Bang, struck with a big bit of bad news with an incredibly tough draw in that last 16 of the Champions League. But to be fair, again, if we can win this, 4 wins in 5 in all competitions, our best run of form in a long time. And again, keeping pace with the top 4, we can still achieve a decent end to the season. It may not be one with a trophy, but still, staying in the Champions League, it's something. Yeah, we played both of those legs against Inter Milan today, and I tell you what, if there was ever a time to go into a tie like that, it's probably right now. Because again, I feel confident we're going to win this game. We're leading by 1. We're going to go 2-0 up, and well, we're going to be big underdogs, but hey, listen, Red Devils getting their groove back a bit. Sanchez makes it 2. 3 points should be in the bag here. I'm saying that confidently as well, because even though we've only played, well, now half an hour, as Sancho's just gone down and hit the deck, and that's going to be a big blow that. We're in control here, but like I said, man, right now, even when we're starting to do well, there's always a bit of a disaster waiting around the corner. Endrick turning around in a circle like a ballerina, offloads to Mason Mount. His shot is saved, still 2-0. Well, second half is underway. We are still up by 2. I've taken Sancho off at the break. I'm hoping that would just be a bruise. Because to be fair, he did bounce back quite quickly. And when that's the case, it often is just a little knock. But this is so much better defensively. I mean, the only shot on target Villa have had has come from range. Quite comfortable save for Trafford. And we haven't had a clean sheet in, I mean, honestly, like months. It's been a long time since we last had one. And I just don't know why we haven't been able to defend like this for most of the season, because this is so much better. It's watertight. As Hannibal skips away, he'll look for Mika off the bench. He'll find Anderson. It's great football. It's going to be free. It's a brilliant performance. And it is going to be another win in our best stretch in a very long time. Inter Milan, bring them on. Somebody looking to ruin the clean sheet and grab a consolation, but they're going to do so as well. I don't know what it is. I just can't defend at the moment. I literally... What game did I last keep a clean sheet in? I know what it is. Luton Town in the FA Cup. That was the last time we got a clean sheet. And that says it all. But against a top flight team, I can't remember the last time we had one. I literally just cannot keep a clean sheet. We're going to get the win, and that's nice, but defensively... Actually, are we going to get the win? Maybe not. Endry makes it 3-2. This might be a terrible bottle. We've mentioned this before, and, you know, I need to keep on saying it for those that don't play career mode so they understand it. It's Trafford good save. It's form. It's all about form. Form, as we know, is incredibly overpowered, but it's not just about the results, but it's also the manner of how the results come. You might notice, if you don't play career mode and you're just watching my videos, you might notice that there's stretches of games where I literally look unbeatable. And, you know, I go on like an 8 or 9 game winning run. I haven't done that in a while in this save. And you'll notice that I keep clean sheets in the vast majority of them. And that's because when you start keeping clean sheets consecutively, it's easy to get them again. But when you're constantly leaking goals, it's the same thing. It's also the same for scoring goals as well. When you're scoring loads of goals like we are, look what's happening here. Look at the space here to run through and make it 4-2 on the breakaway. If we were struggling for goals, that would not have happened. But it's all about form, not just for the results, but how the results come about as well. Right now we can't defend, but we can score. So game after game, what do you expect happens? We'll win, we'll score a lot, we won't keep a clean sheet. Exactly what's happening. Yeah, I'm glad that form's in the game. It's a real part of sport, both team and individual, and life, as we know, as well. But I've mentioned this many times before, it's just a little too overpowered. A little too overpowered. But right now, I don't mind it's overpowered because it's our best run of form in a long time. 4 wins in 5 in all competitions and staying staying in the hunt for a top 4 place. Right, let's jump out of this game and into the following game. Always going to be fun when you take on a former team, especially when you go back to the old ground. And that's what we're doing for our next game. Leicester away at the King Power, as we aim to keep this really good run going and keep pace in the race for a Champions League place. Foxes away next up. We've done really well to get ourselves back in contention for that Champions League place, man. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, there's still a long way to go. Susak's done excellently well there, and Dorgy keeps it in play. But if we can do this, finish top 4, it's not the season we were hoping for. But oh, as Patrick almost caught Keller out in the near post there. Hey, listen, it's not as bad as it probably was looking like it would be. Larson fires wide, still 0-0. We've got to keep the form going, though. That's the thing. We talk about it all the time. It's all about consistency. Great to get a few wins under our belt, but it can't just be a few wins. It needs to be many in a row. Still 0-0, but again, we're just looking much better now. Much better. More up for it, you know. So slip ball through. Bayer, one-on-one. Ain't going to miss that. Ain't going to miss that. Just brought out Murillo, dived in, poor decision, and that's 1-0. And this is why I'm not keeping clean sheets right now. I'm making silly decisions like that. Okay, fair enough, been unlucky with a few goals I conceded, but that's just silly. Why am I diving in with Murillo there? There's no need for that. Anderson through the gap, finds Kubo. That's a ball. That's brilliantly done. That's going to be a great goal. No, what a great save, Keller. Excellent build-up. Just fluffed the finish, but it's straight at the former Liverpool man. Well, we've done all this hard work getting back into contention, and a loss like this is it just ruins all the momentum we had. Need to play, final chance. Susak, wonderfully done. Yes! Brilliant from Susak. And the former Forest man comes back to the East Midlands, but at Leicester instead, to rescue a point for the Red Devils. Oh, come on! Oh no, what's happened there? No. Oh, I don't believe it. What just happened there? I just got screened off. Facundo wins it. What just happened there? I don't believe it. Look at this here. Oh my goodness, Udogie trying to get around his man to make the tackle. Blocked off. I'm in the fourth visuals here saying, this ain't basketball, man. And even if it was, that's an illegal screen. Clearly that should be a blocking foul. Mika, Berev, what a finish. Incredible. 2-2. What a crazy end to the game. That's got to be one of the wildest finishes I've ever had. 2-2, and we do indeed rescue a point. Ridiculous conclusion, but I will say this, probably justified. Shouldn't have lost that game, didn't lose that game. It will feel like 2 points dropped. But what an incredible ending. Well, I've definitely played both legs of the last 16 against Inter today, but if the games keep on going like this, the episode's going to be about an hour long. This is ridiculous. Right, first leg is the following game, off to Milan, San Siro, as Inter play host. Definitely one of the favourites. We definitely aren't, so we'll need something special in both legs if we are to make the quarter-final. I just want to be in the tie, heading back to Old Trafford. First leg first up in Milan. Yeah, just stay in the tie, you know, stay in the contest, stay in the fight. You hear pundits talk about that a lot when a team is an underdog over the course of a two-legged affair. No one's expecting them to win the first leg, you know. No one's really expecting them to win the tie. But if they can just get something from the first leg, they give themselves a chance, and you just never know. It kind of reminds me of early this year in the Champions League when Celtic took on Bayern. That first leg at Celtic Park, the key is just stay in the tie, and they did that. And then they went to the Allianz, and they did brilliantly to take the game as long as they did there in that second leg. And, of course, lost it very late on in heartbreaking fashion. But the point is they were in the tie. That's the point. They didn't roll over in the first leg and just accept that the other team is far stronger on paper. They gave their best shot, and because of that, they always put off a brilliant underdog story. What a save. Trafford with a rebound turned in. Just stay in the tie. But 13 minutes in, we've fallen behind as expected. Frenkie de Jong. To be fair, this is not a great Manchester United team. And whilst we spent a lot of money and we've done okay, the key was making sure the team remains somewhat realistic. I think we've done a decent job of that. But yeah, we are still clearly second best to a team like this right now. Oh, wow. And that one individual moment might explain exactly why. Trafford, brilliant save. Get back in line, get back in line, get back in line. No, he didn't get back on time. 2-0. It's why when the tie was drawn, I knew instantly we're not getting past this round. I have to say, I think I've done a pretty decent job at building the side in terms of realistic progression since we arrived at Manchester United, because that's the thing. When I came in with all the hundreds of millions to work with, as Trafford keeps us still in the tie for now. I mean, there was literally nothing stopping me from going out and buying Lamine Yamal and Mbappe and so on and so forth, apart from the element of trying to keep things realistic. And I think we've done a decent job at that, personally. But in terms of progression, have we made much? Maybe a tiny amount for the future, possibly, by bringing in some good young players, but not that much in the way of quality. In fact, I'll go as far as saying we've got slightly worse in terms of quality, if only slightly better in terms of realism and long-term progression as well. But that was the key. It's been the key to the save. Unfortunately, though, it's been to our detriment in terms of performances. That's it. That's it, though. Forget it. I'm resting all the boys in a second. That's game over. I said I wanted to still be in the tie. We're not in it anymore. Yeah, I think we've done all right at the realism element. He's on there. He's on. Played out perfectly. That's a brilliant set piece routine. We've done a pretty decent job in that regard, but again, you know, in these 2 seasons, we are still a long way. I mean, a long way off the Champions League finalists in real life. Well, Mika's got us a goal back. Bigger comebacks in the Champions League have happened. But are they going to happen for us? 3-1? Got a glimmer of hope. Right, let's jump out of that game and into the next one. Penultimate game today. No wins in our last 2 games, but must, and I mean must, return to winning ways in this one. Otherwise, we've got no chance at the top 4 place. Watford away at Vicarage Road, bottom of the table, our following game. I saw in the top left as well that Watford have only won 1 of their 14 games at Vicarage Road this season. I'm laughing because you know what that means heading into this game, man. As Larson finds the former young Hornet himself off to Hannibal. And Hannibal, well, you know, since he's come back, he's made a massive difference to our team. We missed him with a dislocated shoulder, and there's a reason I keep going to this guy. Hard work, versatile, gets it done on the pitch. That's another for him. We're into the final 20 minutes, and as things stand, it is going to be a much needed win. And not only that, our first clean sheet in the league since I can't even remember. I can't remember the last time we get to clean sheet in the Premier League. But with 16 minutes to go, we are almost there. And, well, a disappointing loss in that first leg at the San Siro. It was to be expected. But what happens when you have a loss? Well, as we always say, pick yourself up, learn your lessons, and move straight past it. That'll do it. The young Hornet returns to sting his former club. Sancho makes it 2. Game over, and we stay in the hunt for the top 4. Right, let's do it then. Our final game today, and this is definitely the game which, you know what, may well be my last European game with Manchester United. And based on how the board see it, my last game period. I mean, my manager rating's plummeting right now, and if we get knocked out here, who knows, maybe they'll pull the plug early. Our final game today, second leg of the Champions League last 16, and we need a miracle to get through and overcome deficit tonight. Into Old Trafford, our final game today. Big comebacks have happened in the Champions League before, and that's why I would have tackled Jarrell. I have got a strong lineup out there. It's not, you know, it's not my strongest, obviously, with the Premier League now being our primary focus, and it will be our sole focus after the loss tonight. But oh, Larson almost got a chance there for an early goal. He wants to. What's Onana doing? What's Onana doing? There's Sancho is to know where was he going? He just started running around. But listen, I mean, it's 2 goals. It's not insurmountable. And if we get an early one, which you almost did there, as Onana once again seemed to lose his bearings a bit, then you just never know. 9 minutes in, putting the former Manchester United goalkeeper under pressure. If we keep this up and get an early goal. Oh, his head and hits the post, and you never know. Anyone catch that? Onana literally, like, he just sort of charged out of his goal, and I don't really know why. But unfortunately for us, I couldn't recycle the ball quickly enough to get a shot on an open goal. And he's let off the hook. And unfortunately, Frenkie is not going to let me off the hook. That's how you recycle possession for a clear shot at goal. That's how you finish. Scores in both legs. And we needed a fast start tonight. Instead, we faltered. That's it. We're definitely out. Or are we? Or are we? Or are we? No. Larson clips in. Why whenever I concede an early goal do I always go so negative? Mate, there's plenty of game to go. Second half underway. We're still in this, you know. We're down by 2, but we're not anymore. We're not anymore. We're down by 1. Mika wants it. He's been brilliant recently. And we're worried about Sanchez leaving. Maybe we've already got a replacement. He was only signed to be a backup. He's coming alive. We're going to pull this off, are we? From being 3-0 down on aggregate twice, technically, over these 2 legs. I was going to say to tying it. It's so close, but keep your head up. Keep your head up, man. This is so much better. And it's still 34 minutes. We've got a massive game on the weekend away at Selhurst Park. But honestly, we keep this up. Oh, Sancho so close to getting through, and the pass back was under hit, and I just didn't react quick enough. We've got 21 minutes. I think we can get a goal. I think we will get a goal. The only question is, will we concede again? Because if we do, it's not going to matter. And oh, that might be a straight red. That might be a straight red. Dived in with Larson. I think the captain's off. Ref stops play. Skipper is out of there. We had a chance, I've blown it. Very rarely do I have a player get sent off because I don't often go to ground unless I'm absolutely certain I wasn't there. Adrenaline got the better of me and I paid the price for it. But it's okay because even though we have gone a man down, we're still looking at a better team. Mika's in the middle! What a comeback! 4-4! Bear again! Do you know how hard it is to condense episodes when the games are like this? And the whole season has been like this. This might be my highest goal per game season ever in career mode. The games have been ridiculous, all campaign long. Oh, if I would have chipped that, Susak would have been in. And I don't think this is going to penalties. I think someone's going to win it. We've got the momentum, but Inter had the man advantage. So someone's going to win this in extra time. The question is, who is going to hold their nerve? Can we ride the wave with the Old Trafford crowd behind us, similar to when they knocked Lyon out in the Europa League this year? Or can Inter make their man advantage pay? This might be... Oh, I've got to bring him down. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. We're going down to 9. Had to do it, though. Had to do it. He was running through one-on-one. 10 in slides in, no complaints. Had to do it. Well, that is going to do it. It's going to go to penalties as 9 men, Manchester United, battle back to force it. I don't think we'll make it through, but no matter what, fair play. What a comeback, man. What a fight back. And let's even win a lottery to shootout to close today's chaotic episode out. I'm fine with the 5. I'm fine with the 5. Of course, we've only got 9 takers now, don't we, before we start going around again. And it will be Mika, who's basically got us here single-handedly, who will take the first. What a night from Bayeref, and he does convert from the spot. He's done more than enough on this night, over this tie, as Fratesi levels. So my plan and strategy, as always, if you score that way, you go that way again. Kubo is going to do just that. Not much power behind it, but thankfully Onana was sent the wrong way. Esposito also scores. Susak. I fancy changing it though, to be fair. I fancy changing it, and I'm going to go against my normal strategy and go from top right to bottom left. Right decision. Right decision. And now Inter going to change. No, they're not. Oh, I don't feel confident with Bellingham. I don't feel confident, I must say. Oh, but despite Onana guessing correctly, he goes the wrong way. Surely they're going to change at some point. Inter? Not yet! Rico Lewis tonight and 10-0. Oh my goodness, if we pull this off, this might be one of my greatest Champions League comebacks of all time. 10-0. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. Oh, I don't believe it! Oh my god! What a comeback! The cameraman pans to Onana. He's ignoring the celebrations, but they're wild. Manchester United are through. 100% from the spot. Held our nerve despite being down by 3 goals on 2 separate occasions against one of the front runners to win the whole thing. That has got to be one of my greatest CL comebacks of all time. Extraordinary. Oh, and not to mention, we played 18 minutes with 9 men. Incredible. Oh my word. So we'll end the episode then by seeing who we'll take on in the quarterfinals. In fact, no, we won't. No, we won't, because that's going to be... or will we? No, we will. We will. We'll see who we've got in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we'll leave it there where it's going to be. We still don't know, even though the tie should have been drawn by now, but it's going to be... Oh my word. Let's have a look. Last 8, Champions League. We still don't know. What? Are they going to draw it on Saturday? Are they going to draw it on Saturday? They must have drawn it now, surely. They must have drawn it now. Champions League. Saturday, the draw. No, it's still not been made, but we'll see it in the calendar. We'll see it in the calendar. It's going to be... Where is it here? Quarterfinal. Dortmund in the quarterfinals. Why isn't it showing? I don't know. Guys, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Much love to you all. Much better ending to today's episode than the last one. I'll return in the next one with a few more games in the Premier League. Aim to keep our hunt for the top 4 place alive. Now cutting the gap to Liverpool to just 1 point in the 4th place. And we'll have both legs against Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals. Have a great day. Much love. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon.